Welcome, Mr. Collier.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Thanks for coming. We're here at duck camp, and we're discussing your buck that you killed during.
It's probably like a lot of places. There's a lot of people that it's brown, it's down type of thing. Everybody's like the Orange Army.
Look at that boy. Sleepies.
When it happens, it's really neat, cool, and all put together. You get to see how God works and different things, and be able to succeed in His blessings.
Welcome, Mr. Collier.
Oh, it's good to be here.
Thanks for coming. We're here at duck camp, and we're discussing your buck that you killed during rifle season. How long have you been hunting Missouri?
In my whole life, I've been kind of fortunate enough to live in the same area my whole life. I'm 27 years old now, so I don't remember. I think I was 7 when I killed my first deer here on the family farm, and pretty much been hunting the same place ever since.
Okay.
So,
how long has this farm been in your family?
I don't know the exact number. I think since like the 50s and 60s. So
okay.
I think maybe another like 30 years, and I'll be in the family farm for like 100 years or so. So
okay,
we got a little ways to go, but it's been in there.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
What type of things did they raise on the farm? Is it just like a crop farmer, or?
It's always been cattle farm, at least on this particular ground here. My grandpa owned a bunch of land back in the 80s, and that was kind of when they were high rolling then. And back then they raised several hogs, big hog farming then, cattle farming, row crop then. But this particular farm here, that piece of farm that we got, a little over 100 acres or so, it's always just been cattle.
Yeah.
And raise pigs just to butcher or whatnot like that, but it's just mainly been cattle.
That's awesome. So it was during rifle season was when you killed this buck. What, like, every state, I would say every state has their own traditions and what have you about rifle season usually, or in any season, honestly. Like, a big thing I think you told me before was dove season here is like a big thing here as well. Mm-hmm. But like looking back on memories as a kid and even now, like what sticks out to you about rifle season that you like the most?
What I liked about then, we don't really do it anymore, is when I was a kid, and it was more a lot of my cousins before everybody got married and ran off, but every rifle season, my dad would put on a big breakfast. There'd be a bunch of us cousins come, older cousins, which they'd been my age when I was a kid. But anyway, Dad cooked big biscuits, gravy, sausage, egg, the whole Southern works. Mom would usually make the biscuits like the night before, so he didn't know how to make them, I guess. But anyway, talk about where y'all going. I'm hunting and stands and different things, and like most people did. And I remember that as a kid. I remember some older cousins. They were big in the camo and all that and different things. My dad was always kind of been a little more old school, flannel, blue jeans, but we hunted box blinds, so it didn't really matter. So he always got picked on every year. Hey, when you actually get some real camo, and he'd always end up with a deer, and sometimes they would, sometimes they wouldn't. But I remember just talking, and it was always neat. Get done hunting, everybody come back to see what people saw, what they got, that kind of thing. That was more in the first few years of, I don't know. I can remember that happened 2 or 3 years in a row, that happening. Then after that, everybody got married, got their own places, kind of moved off, and that kind of part just kind of faded out. So we don't really do that no more. But maybe as my kids get older and stuff, and their friends come over, things like that down the line, might bring some of that kind of back.
That's pretty awesome. So I have another question for you. What's the atmosphere around here like? Going into gun season.
It's probably like a lot of places. There's a lot of people that it's brown, it's down type of thing. Everybody's like the Orange Army, if you will.
So like the atmosphere is like getting all hyped up.
Yeah, hyped up, going. It's hilarious. I mean, and it's like most places. If you like our rifle season already starts on a Saturday, and if you drive through our little bitty town Friday evening, you think the president's going to show up. You think something's going to, I mean, there's trucks, side-by-side, trailers, coolers, you name it, Jeeps, Broncos, SUVs, minivans, they're all packed down, loaded for bear. And on Friday night, coming to town, getting supper. I mean, every restaurant's just packed. It's ridiculous. And then I don't have to drive through town most of the time to go to a hunting spot. But if you drive through town like the morning of, I mean, we're talking about a town like 1,500 people, 1,800. It's not many. 2,000. I don't know. It's not many. And you think you're on Dodge City on Saturday night. I mean, there's trucks. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and it looks like we're down at the drag strip race. We're about to turn loose. There's trucks everywhere. And so it's hilarious because right after rifle season, that weekend's over with, they ain't hardly anybody in town. But that weekend, everybody's pumped. And heading out to deer camp. And I do construction. I'll talk to concrete truck drivers. I take off deer season. It's big hype. Everybody's, I don't take off vacation until deer season. And so it's pretty neat. That's
awesome. You're, it's like, what's your mindset like coming off of bow season and coming into gun season? What's your mindset going into it like?
It's a little different year after year. It honestly depends on how much meat's in the freezer. Last few years, it's almost brown. It's down because I got some youngins that are starting to learn how to eat, and we usually eat 4 or 5 deer a year, and like we eat through them. Like this past year, only killed 3, and they weren't real big, and we ran out by July, and so Mama was like, "You need to get some deer," and so I got a few more to get. But anyway, all that to say, it depends on kind of the freezer. But most of the time, my rule. Everybody's different. Everybody's about shooting big bucks, and I like shooting big deer like nobody else does, like everybody else does. And but just shoot what makes you happy. But most of the time, I am a little more picky with a rifle on the size of the buck than I am with a bow. To where now I'm a little more picky. I'll pass more bucks with a rifle than I would with a bow, and so. First few days of rifle season, I'm looking to kill a buck. I'm particular most of the time, unless there ain't no meat in the freezer, and so I'm a little more particular on that. I'll still shoot my does and things like that with the rifle. I'm not opposed to that, but I'm usually just a little bit more picky with a rifle than I'm a bow. Bow, not so much. If it makes me happy, it might be a big 6. I'm schwacking it. But the rifle, I'm a little bit more picky. So that's my mindset. I'm looking for a big old rutting buck most of the time during rifle season.
I gotcha. Well, that's awesome. We're going to talk a little bit about your the property that you killed the buck on. You just purchased it, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little about this new property and what made you want to buy it.
Well, what made me want to buy it is like, I guess I keep saying that, but like a lot of people, you get tired of the hunting ground you grew up hunting all your life. It was old-time farmer, whatever. Then some person around here at St. Louis or big city comes and buys your hunting ground, and now it's big lease, da-da-da-da-da. Now you've lost the land that you've hunted on or had opportunity to hunt on your whole life. And me and my wife were looking for a piece of ground to buy to build a new house on. We live in town, in a small town, a little village, if you will, but I didn't like it nonetheless. But really, it was going to come up for a good price. We could swing it, but really what made me want to buy that particular property is I'm sick and tired of people buying ground that I've grown up hunting all my life, and now it's different hands. And I understand that now it's just part of it, but I was like, I'm ready to buy me a piece of ground. I'm ready to buy ground that I've been hunted on, and it's mine. I'm not gonna lose it. And so this property came up for sale and there were several other people interested in it, and I was willing to pay whatever I could absolutely afford to get it, and we got it. We were kind of shocked that we did, but we got it, and it's really neat to have a place of your own.
When you walk this ground, like, what was like your first impression of it? Like, what made you? You already said you wanted to buy it because you grew up on it and stuff, but like, what was your first impression of it, like, after you owned it?
It's different. It's when something's yours, you can't hardly explain it. It's just a different feeling. The farmer that had this, I mean, all my life, I remember as a kid catfishing in this pond that my house is going to be in front of, and bass fishing it and stuff, and I've snuck up on turkeys, and I've shot deer, all growing up prior to even thinking I'd ever even own this little 24-acre patch of field, and but just calling it your own, it just hits different. I mean, when we bought it, me and my wife would drive out there, and we'd just look around and be like, it's ours.
Yeah.
And yes, I've been on this property 100 times before, but it was like going on it the first time because it's mine.
Right.
And you start seeing, once you purchase some ground, you start seeing like visions. Hey, I know it ain't much, but I can do this and make it better, and I can do this. Prior to, it was just somebody else's land, and I'm just, you get what you get. But now I can create something on a piece of, and make it more mine, if you will. And so it's pretty neat.
That's awesome about the house. Let's dive right into this buck hunt. We're gonna show the film later, what you were able to film anyway. But walk us through that morning, opening day of Missouri rifle season, hunting the new land, the new property. Walk us through your day, like kind of that morning.
All right. Well, I wasn't originally going to be hunting on my property that morning. I was going to hunt another spot in a tower blind in the woods here on the farm, and my brother's like, boy, you ought to hunt your land. You got to, man. It's open day. I'm like, man, I don't know, And we were heading home, and I was like, you just need to hunt the land. I'm like, yeah, I do. And so I started to get myself pumped up, and I'm gonna hunt the land. I said, well, that's right, because where my property's at, it's a transition. It's a travel corridor. Okay, and I just own fields, and there's woods on three sides of me, and so I started thinking, it'd be a good idea to hunt because people shooting on three sides in the woods, deer naturally cross the field. It's a crossing, and so anyway, I'm gonna hunt it. But anyway, I got up that morning and couldn't find my orange from the year before, and so I had an old orange shirt that I had. Throw that on over that. It was the high of like 75, 80 degrees that day. It was like, I don't know, 60 in the morning, 55, 60. It was warm. And so anyway, I pulled in the field, shut the truck off right a little before daylight. I had a lawn chair, a coffee mug, and a 22-250 and a pair of binoculars and a grunt call, and we headed out. And so I went, sat on a fence line. I mean, you get this picture. I got a blue lawn chair. I don't remember if it was even a camouflage coffee mug or not. And the old 22-250. I just go sit up on the fence row on between me and the neighbors there, and I got permission to hunt on him. Deer ran across there. And I sat there that morning with a neighbor in the woods. He shot a couple times, and so I'm like, all right, some deer probably going to come out of the woods. Well, they did, and two does busted across my field, ran down there by my pond levee, and there's just a little draw ditch on another end down there in the woods, and does ran down there, and I thought, well, if that happens, if there's some more shooting, more deer come out of that holler, they're going to do the same thing. And that was like 225, 50 yards out. And I don't know about you, but I'm not that great of a shot with running at 200 plus yards. So I picked up my lawn chair, coffee mug, grunt call, 22-250. We headed down the field, walked right by my house where I'm going to be building, and went down there, just sat down on my pond levee, got my coffee, sat down, got all just sitting there on the levee, and I was scrolling on my phone like we're all bad about doing. I'm looking at stuff, and I just happened to look up to my right, and like 60 yards away, I wasn't sitting there 10 minutes, and I happened to look up, and there's a buck just cruising a fence line. And I knew he wasn't a giant, but I mean, he was big enough. He was tall, tight rack buck. You all see that. And here he come down the fence row. And the time I saw him, the time I shot was like maybe 10 seconds. And so I threw up my gun, clicked the GoPro on, back, boom, and that was it. And he didn't go very far.
Yes. 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 I just shot a buck. Shot a good 8-point. Yes. I'm glad I moved. I was sitting up a couple hundred yards behind me. Had some does that ran across the field. And I'll show you here. They come running, busting across the field like I knew they were, but they come running, they dumped here. So I was like, well, I'm gonna move to this, my pond levee. It's like right there. So I'm gonna bust here. And one comes, old buck, 8-pointer comes slipping along the fence here cruising. I swacked him. Oh, dude, I saw blood pumping. He was hurting. I'm gonna give him a little bit. I think I heard him crashing. I know I heard him crash. Yes. Yeah, buddy. Opening day of rifle season, man. That happened just quick. Oh. Trying to look here. No, he's back over here. I heard him crash. So I found some blood. I'm actually trailing it because I think he's just laying right inside here. I think he might have went in the woods right here. Looking for him. More body searching. He might have went, I can't remember. He might have went in the woods back behind this way. Further out. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. Oh, there he is. I was thinking he was just right inside here. Looky at that boy. See if he's... Oh, dude. Set the gun over here. Look at that. Oh, man. End up 10-pointer. I thought he was an 8. I just knew he's a tight rack buck. All I saw was these old tines, boy. Oh, man. Got one. Opening day in Missouri's rifle season. On my own property. This one's pretty special. So, Y'all want to be haters and say, oh, he's a 2-year-old or 3-year-old. You should let him grow. Look, bought my own property. You hunt your way, I'll hunt my way. I can't be more tickled. I'll take that, man. Yes. Yes, dude. So pumped. All right. There's neighbors shooting. Might be more deer running across my field. We'll try to get him dragged. Load him up, get him to the house. It's warm, so I'm gonna have to gut him here pretty soon. See y'all. All right, we made it back to the truck. Best part of this, I'm gonna be able to drive right to the buck. Oh, it's hot. Back the truck up to him. Next year, I'll be sitting on I could just sit on my back deck of my house and kill a deer. I could have killed that one from my future home. That's pretty awesome. About 7:30, he was just cruising a fence line, and I'm sure he come from across the road. Either that or he was bedded up along the fence line. It's, I don't know, what is it? It's like 55 degrees right now. It's warm, like the high is 75. I was shooting though today, not right off the bat. They didn't really pick up till about 7 o'clock. There's a deer right there. Hang on just a moment. I can shoot one of them. There was a doe over here on the neighbors. I got permission on him. She was coming down the same fence row that buck was coming. See if I can't see her anywhere. I was telling my wife this morning, like, the bad thing is it's so warm. You just can't shoot one and let it lay and just keep hunting to get your doe tag or kill your other buck, kill your second deer. Because it's so warm. You're just gonna have to shoot your deer and just get on it. That's awesome. I'd have been still sitting there. If it was cooler, that doe would have come right in behind that buck. I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes after I shot it. She was coming on down. We're almost to him here. I'm looking for that doe. Just as easy to skin two as it is one. All right. Yeah, look at that. That's what you like to see. Eyes on a swivel, man. I gotta go up to Pond Living, get my coffee. I left it up there. This is fun. What you call success? I got to grab a bunch of junk back here, but I have to move that out of the way. Yes. Well, here he is, Missouri's opener. Here in southeast Missouri, and this old buck come down the fence line about 7:30, just cruising, and after I went to tracking him, he was right by some scrapes. He might have been checking them here this morning, and he come on through. It is warm here. It's 55 degrees. A few years ago we had snow opening day, and this year it feels like early September, but bucks are still rutting, they're still chasing, they're still cruising, and this old buck, we caught him slipping through in the wrong area. So y'all stay after him. Tagged out on a nice Missouri buck.
So you walk up on this deer. What was your thought first of all, and then I guess it made it. Talk a little bit how special it made it. You know, your first deer, owning that property. Like, what made it? How were you feeling?
I was feeling really good. Obviously, anybody kill any deer, but it was. I'll answer, I guess, the second question first. But it was really special to kill a deer on my own property, and I want to think I have. If not, my brother has. I've seen deer. I've killed deer on that property before. It was mine. And like I said, I'd hunted it before. But to call something yours and to kill something on your own land, is super special. As soon as I shot, I called my wife and she was like just woke up and she was so excited because it was like her killing a deer too. It's not just my property. We're married. It's our property, and so we were both really excited, even though she wasn't there. But when I walked up to the deer, when I first saw him, I thought, well, there's an 8-point. So when I walked up to him, usually a lot of my deer I shoot, there's ground shrinkage, and this one was actually ground growage. I know that's not a word, but we're going with it. And so I got up here to the buck, and he ended up turning into a 10-point. I mean, y'all technical people out there, he was a 9. He broke off a tine, and who knows if it's quite an inch long? I don't know. But anyway, he's 10. And so that was pretty cool. He grew when I got up here to him. He was a 10-point. Nice tight rack buck, tall. And he ain't going to score worth nothing, but I don't care. He was a nice buck, and I'd shoot him all over again. But it was pretty neat. He'd get up there to him. And because I really didn't know what I got. And so actually finding out he was a little bit bigger than I thought, that was cool, and it was special. And best part about it is I only had to drag him like 50 yards, and then I backed the truck right up there to him.
Well, thank you for coming on and sharing the little backstory of this film you just showed us of your kill. Super happy for you for this new property and killing this buck on your new property. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers for watching the film and hearing your backstory here?
Oh, I mean, as far as finding, everybody wants to buy property. Everybody wants, I mean, that's the American dream. I mean, have your own property, have your own place. I mean, that, you might not have that starting off. I'm blessed that just a few years in, I'm able to have this, but keep grinding, keep going to work, keep providing for your family, keep going. Opportunity is going to come, and all collide together, and just keep at it. And if that's your dream, just keep going on it. And I mean, when we bought this property, it was literally like, hey, this property's coming up for sale. I'd be fine living here. You want to buy it? Yeah, sure. Boom, calling realtor. 2-3 days later, we own it. I mean, it was fast, and so it was kind of overwhelming, shocking. Like, wow, this just happened. It was quick, but anyway, just keep going. And if your dream is to have a piece of ground and be able to take your family deer hunting, squirrel hunting, turkey hunting, go fishing, do whatever, you can do it in America. And just keep on doing on it, keep on keeping on it, and when it happens, it's really, really neat, cool, and all put together, and you get to see it, and you get to see how God works and different things, and be able to succeed in His blessings, and so just if I could, I guess, wrap it all up with one thing, just keep working the factory job. That's what you got to do to provide for your family. Be a worker, be a provider, and the opportunity will come. You just have to be ready for that opportunity, and go out there and spend some time with your family.